continue the lesson. See, next topic is famines. See, famines or massive food shortages. Okay, massive food shortages leading to acute distress were a regular feature of the British rule. Due to high taxes and rents, and peasants had a little resource to face difficult seasons or crop failures. Okay, see, food shortages. Why it is food shortages? See, these doras and all jagirdars, they are district officials. Okay, they try to collect the revenue more, and they got yield less. So whatever they got a yield, they are going to be paid most of the percentage if they pay to the as in the form of revenue and the taxes. What is surplus for the peasants? So due to that, sometimes crops also may be failure due to the some climatic conditions. So in these many reasons, okay, there is a supply become less and crop failures also in the British times. Further, food grains were exported out of the country in large quantities. Okay, these created scarcity situation in the entire country. In addition, the government often refused to interfere when powerful traders tried to create artificial scarcity by hoarding food grains. See, when the scarcity happens, so at that time some of the private and powerful traders, they wants to be stopped, and they will hold the whatever the food grains into the some of godowns, and they will increase the prices. Due to in this way, they will get more income. Okay, see, they wants to, at these times, okay, they wants to try, but at that time that government has stopped these traders to do in that way. See, nowadays everything is happens like this, okay, especially like gold, okay, and in some vegetables in the form of like onions, right? So these situations are happened. I'm sorry. Andhra, like rest of the country, suffered from severe famines in the 19th and 20th century. Okay, they have suffered a lot in the 19th and 20th centuries. 20th. Okay. See, the most severe famine, commonly known as Nizam famine. See, in this all commonly known as which famine? Nizam famine. Okay. See, when it is occurred during the years of 1865 to 66. See, this Nizam famine occurred in 1865 to 66. Okay. You read about in the earlier section about this Nizam famine. You read about in the earlier section. Repeated famines occurred in the Rayalaseema districts due to lack of irrigation facilities. Yes, up to now even Rayalaseema is in a drought area. Okay, and Rayalaseema districts due to lack of irrigation facilities. Not less than 11 famines occurred during the later half of the 19th century. Thousands of people died. Okay, grain riots occurred in many Andhra districts, and troops were sent to quell in the violence. Okay, the peasant movement. See, these are doras and even jagirdars, okay, jamindars, landlords. Usually they are posing the taxes in the form of revenue, and revenue they are collecting high, and as well as they are imposing the taxes, and due to all these reasons, peasants always like that wherever in the situation, like that only will be. He is not growing up. Even if some of the peasants may die also. Okay, due to these all the reasons, peasants were started a movement against the these landlords against the Nizam's rule. Okay, see what is the peasant movement, we'll see now. We saw about the peasants were deeply troubled by high and land revenue rates. Yes, because they are keeping the land revenue rates high. Yes or no? Due to this, they are going to be lost. Okay, and the oppression of the landlords and money lenders. They started the oppression, means oppositing. Okay, oppression to the landlords, okay, and the money lenders. Why money lender? Because for the sake of any purpose, peasant will take the money from the money lenders, right? If he does not able to pay in this year, the money lender don't listen the peasant's words. If he will not pay in that time, the money lenders will take out his land in the form of that money whichever he borrowed. Okay, so that's why they became faced many troubles by these all peasants. During the colonial period, the peasants in different parts of the country protested and fought against the landlords, merchants and state officials. Nizam's government is started keeping out state officials, right? Then peasants were started oppressing of the movement and opposing to the all, okay? Opposing to the landlords, money lenders and even opposing to the state officials also. The famous peasant movement were the Deccan Riots. Okay, the Deccan Riots. In which year? In 1860s. Okay, and another one, Rampa victories and Mopilla agitations, okay, which had taken organized forms. While in the 19th century, the movements took the form of open revolts, and the peasants joined the national movement in the large number in the 20th century. In the 20th century, they started open revolt. Okay, started open revolt against the people. Okay, see, in 1922, the peasants of Awadh means here place. Okay, Awadh in UP took out huge processions to protest against the jamindars who were extracting money from them. Okay, see, even in the UP, the place of Awadh, okay, peasants from whoever belongs to Awadh, they started oppressing to the UP jamindars. Understood? Many jamindars were socially boycotted. Okay, boycotted means they send it off some other place. Okay, like that, boycott and driven from the villages. The peasants also refused to till the fields of the jamindars. Previously, they have to till and they have to use the crop, and for that they did not get any money also for that. Yes or no? So now when they started the movement, they are refusing to till the landlords' land also. Okay, or claim too much rent from them. The peasants formed Kisan Sabhas. Okay, peasants formed Kisan Sabha. Okay, peasants formed Kisan Sabhas. See, to carry their agitations forward and demanded abolition of landlordism, reduction of land revenue and control over money lenders. Okay, see, later on peasants are formed Kisan Sabhas. Okay, they organized, they all together formed and organized a group. Okay, and they formed some meetings. The meetings we are called as Kisan Sabhas. Okay, and in that they all discussed about how to be oppressed to these jamindars, oppressed to the landlords. Okay, how to be protect their lands, okay, from the money lenders. These all discussions had over there. Okay, and reduction of, and they had fought for the reducing of land revenue. Okay, and control over the money lenders. Okay, the British government helped the zamindars to suppress the revolts. Okay, see, at that time British government helped to the zamindars. They did not help to the peasants, whichever they are oppressing, right? They helped to the zamindars to stopping off all this, stopping off the peasant movements. Okay, to stopping off these movements, British government have helped to the zamindars. Okay, about that, what they stop, how they stopped, and what are the struggle of the Telangana peasants in the next chapter. Okay, see, in this lesson, see, as I told you about, here they gave the picturized one. Okay, see how the jamindar is collected. Okay, and next permanent settlement system at that time how it was. Okay, and the next Raitwari system which is passed by Munro. Okay, so that all they also gave in the picture mode of the system. Okay, these all you have to see. When you have a look of this all picture, you will get a clear idea about this. Okay, and here one box they gave, of course, whichever they gave in the box wise, that is additional knowledge to you about the indentured laborers. Laborers transported abroad under force to work on plantation is called indentured labor. Okay, so this is about this lesson. You all have to read the lesson thoroughly, and whatever we give the homework, you have to write. Understood? So next lesson we have national movement, the early phase. Okay, so this lesson I will continue in the next. Okay.